Was poppin' balls gang? Welcome back to CEO Prince Reaction. That's the old intro, you know what I'm saying? Lately I've been lazy with it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to find out what y'all like. Let me know what intro y'all like. So when I do a different intro, let me know about, I like this one. Alright, trying to find it. Now, a lot of people have pointed out this video to me, you feel what I'm saying? And it's fucking like 2 years old. February 15th, this 2 years old, a little bit over 2 years old, right? And they said this is what Queen is going through. I personally have never seen the video. You feel what I'm saying? I recently started watching YouTube a whole lot more, and once I see an opportunity where I can be myself and react, I just started making a reaction channel, and here I am. Thank you guys so much for getting me almost to 2K subscribers, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. We're on the road to 10K, but we almost to 2K, man. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all comment what video. I see y'all only like when I react to Tina, Clarence, Queen, and them. I want y'all to like, if you don't like my other videos, man, like at least tell me what video you want me to react to. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't like nothing but the drama stuff, just, you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta subscribe. It's cool, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even be mad. You can watch the video and just hit the like button and comment. You don't gotta subscribe, you know what I'm saying? I know my content may not be what's for you, but to those that love my content, thank you guys for watching this channel, man. I got a special giveaway coming soon at 2K subscribers, so be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come out of my first YouTube check, you know what I'm saying? So be ready for that. Yeah, let's get right into this, man. They said like this video right here points out exactly what Queen is talking about and what exactly what is going on with Tina bashing, you know, Clarence and everything. We're gonna see. Let's see.
What's up, Rosie Squad? It's your girl Queen Beauty Cut once again, back with another video. I'm just cut right to the point. This is a story time. Just consider this a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all how everything just happened with, like, from the beginning to now. Why is so much tension with my family issues or whatever y'all want to say, because obviously it's videos out there now saying all this stuff, exaggerating stuff, making up lies, all types of things, and it's like, I wasn't going to address it, but now it's like to the point where I have to, because if I don't say nothing, then it looks like what they're saying is right. This video was actually long overdue. I was supposed to do this video, but I was too busy focused on how other people would feel and what would happen after, so I was scared to put it out. And I just decided not to do it because I feel like it would make the situation bigger, which this video probably will make the situation bigger, but everybody spoke their truth, so now I have to speak my truth, because I'm the one sitting here stressed out about what people are saying about me. And it's affecting my the way I work. It's affecting my relationship. It's just affecting, like, my happiness. So I guess I have to put me first. So this is how everything started, y'all. So I had just got out of my last relationship. At this time, I was staying with, like, Armand and Trey and Perfect Love. So I was staying at their house. And I was talking to Claire, like, a lot on FaceTime. When I was staying at Armand and Trey's house, my mom was living in Michigan at first. And then she decided that she wants to move to Alabama. So then I started going back and forth.
Yo, like, y'all talking about Tina cutting the clip? Look how many times Queen cut the clip. Like, damn. Like, cut. Like, chopped up.
From Houston to Alabama to, you know, see my mom and stuff. And, you know, be there with CJ so that she could see CJ and stuff like that. By this time, I still wasn't, like, really sure of... I really wasn't sure where I was going to move to. I didn't know whether I was going to stay in Houston. I didn't know whether I was going to stay with my mom for a little bit in Alabama. I didn't know if I was going to move to Atlanta. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But during this whole time, I was basically talking to Claire all the time. Then I decided to drop medicine. Once I dropped medicine, a little bit after that, Genius wanted me to come to New York to do an interview. So, as y'all all seen that interview, I did the interview on Genius, and when I was out there, I also collab with Claire. People was already shipping us. People was already, like, putting our pictures together, like, trying to make us, like, you know, talk on live and all this stuff. So we thought it would be a good idea to do a video while I was out there. So yeah, when I was out there, I had an issue with my medicine song. Someone had took it from YouTube. It was basically getting paid for it, and I wasn't on Apple Music. And so Claire's sister, which is Lee, she was like business savvy and things like that. So Claire asked her because she helped me out. She helped me fix that situation. First of all, let me just say this. She owned her print shop already. She was already an accountant for like a bunch of people, including famous people. She had money of her own. Let's just say that. She was also managing Clarence and stuff like that. So then I asked her, could she connect me with some people?
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. We spoke about Tina cutting the clip over and over and over back to back. But Queen is doing the same exact thing. Now, I'm not saying that means they lying. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a whole lot of editing going on. And like I said, when it's like raw and like I feel like when it's more true and genuine, you don't gotta cut the clip. You know what I'm saying? I may be wrong. This may be true. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna listen to the story from Queen part because it seems like she's talking about everything that Queen so-called is exposing though. You know what I'm saying?
She knew as far as like in the music world. She was gonna connect me with someone, but we decided that I guess that wasn't the person. So then I asked her, like, since she, managed Claire and stuff like that, could she like help me out with my career? Because I seen how
so she was managing Clarence
going up. She seen all these labels reaching out to me. So we decided that we were gonna go to these meetings, set up these meetings, and figure out like if I should sign. And by this time, I had already asked her could she be my manager and things like that. That was my decision. It was a point in time where she even talked to my mom like on the phone. And my mom was like all for her being my manager because she just seemed genuine. And then on top of that, my mom had like the fact that Lee told her that I should be like around them more, my family more in Alabama being with what I had went through before that. So my mom had liked the idea of hearing that because, she just wanted me. My mom always wanted me around and wanted me close by. After that, things started just going real fast. Like we started having all these meetings scheduled. I had to keep flying back and forth to New York, to LA, and everything like that. And then so I was like, shoot, I go to New York all the time anyway. Why don't I just move to New York? I had liked the vibe. I liked how free I felt when I was there. I liked the fact that I was close to people that I felt were genuine to me, Claire, Patty, and I just felt like I had new friends now, and I felt like my life could just, start over again. When I decided that I might move to New York, I had told my mom, and she instantly felt like that wasn't a good decision because, for one, she said like it's just too fast paced for me to have CJ out there, and she also probably just felt like she wanted me and CJ to be closer by her. She also thought that I was trying to, I guess, chase Clarence or just, follow him there because he was there. Because, I told her we was friends and everything like that, but you could tell when we was on FaceTime, like, the chemistry that me and him had, so she could tell that I liked him. So she thought that I was moving to New York, like, more so for him. But I wasn't. But I felt like Atlanta was just a better move for me. It was, like, more homey. At this time, me and the whole gang, the whole spicy squad or whatever y'all want to call it, we was gonna get a house all together in Atlanta. It was like, hey, since we are working, and by the way, Lee had started managing Patty too, so we all just became one squad. Anyway, we all decided we was gonna get a place together. So we was looking for a house in Atlanta, and then suddenly my mom didn't want to be in Alabama anymore. So I told her, why don't you move to Atlanta? I'll move you to Atlanta and, it'll be more convenient for the both of us because then you could see CJ a lot. And then when I'm traveling and stuff like that, you could keep him for me and it'd be easier for me too. And I also had told my mom that I was going to live by her and everything like that. I told her I was going to try to get a place in the same neighborhood as her. But it just didn't work out that way, y'all. It didn't work out that way because, first of all, once they see how much we got paid, it's like they were asking for 12 months lease up front, basically saying we had rental history. My credit was terrible. So, it just kind of made everything bad. So we just kind of, took a break on looking for our place. And I started focusing more on my mom's place, trying to find her Tina Terrell place. We eventually found a place, a beautiful, beautiful house. And, they moved there. So by this time, I was still going back and forth to all these meetings, New York, LA, and just bouncing around everywhere, staying in hotels, all that kind of stuff, which was my choice. As time went on, y'all, we decided me and Claire was just gonna get an apartment because we found out early in the summer that I was pregnant. Now I know that's like a huge jump, but I kind of just skipped over a lot of stuff. Y'all kind of know the rest of what happened in between, but we decided that we was just gonna get our own place. We wanted to stay in an apartment where like it was more secure. The perfect place was here because like we had to hurry up and find one. Time was winding down, and we thought it was nice. So then once I did that, my mom automatically felt like betrayed. She felt like I lied to her, but I.
So I ain't gonna lie, just by hearing that right there alone, it explains where Queen Mom's coming from. But it don't, you know what I'm saying? I understand Tina defending her mom, but
Not finding a place. It was easy to find a place out here. So I didn't end up staying like close to her or whatever. She lives like an hour away. So my mom just like started building up these feelings, these ill feelings, starting to feel like I lied to her and things like that. And then another issue from my sister and my brother, they felt like I only did a little bit videos with them to blow them up, but I did more videos with Clarence and Patty, and I blew them up more than them. And I was trying to tell Tina Terrell that they really didn't need me as much because they automatically had like a funny personality, and people was like watching, and they started off on a good foot. But since I was more so in New York, I would do more videos with Claire and Patty, and they felt like I kind of left them out, and like they supposed to be my family, so I should be looking out for them the same way. But I felt like I did look out for them because they was only at 4,000 subscribers when we started, and then I bought them a camera and a laptop, and I told them I'm gonna do some videos with y'all, and then that get y'all following up. So they got to like 100K. They got to 100,000 subscribers, which a lot of people, that's a lot of people's goal. But once they seen that Claire start shooting up real fast and things like that, it's like they kind of got discouraged and was like, I don't really want to do it no more because you ain't looking out for us like how you looking out for him. But in reality,
see, I was gonna react to Tina last video, but now that I'm hearing this, it's like, okay, I understand. But Tina, I hope you're watching this video, Tina. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you do watch my videos. You know what I'm saying? I hope you understand that Clarence has a different type of fan base than you would have. You get what I'm saying? Me personally, like, even though I'm into the fashion, even though you know what I'm saying, I'm not a bad looking dude, you know what I'm saying? Even though I have a beautiful girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, I still don't think that I would have the same fan base or success as Clarence NYC. You know what I'm saying? He's a different person. You get what I'm saying? I'm CEO Prince Eric. I'm Prince. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole different person. You get what I'm saying? So people may not gravitate to me the same way they gravitate to Clarence NYC or anybody else that does reaction videos or blog or got a clothing brand like I do. You feel what I'm saying? That it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? We're all different. We all gonna grow at different paces. What we need to understand is, Tina, I hope you're watching this. What we need to understand is you need to focus on what you got going on. Stop looking to see what this person at and this person that. Don't worry about nobody else. Worry about yourself. That's the only person that can change a situation is yourself. You're not Clarence NYC. You know what I'm saying? Clarence NYC have a lot of women that lust off him, follow him. He have a lot of dudes that think his outfits are fresh following him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are more of a comedy page. Y'all will have more people that like, you know what I'm saying, like more of a funny Mike type fan base. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all will have more of a goofy type fan base, a fan base that like laugh, like a DMTV type fan base. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all got that kind of fan base. So it's two different audiences. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it may be a lot that y'all actually hear me say this, but everybody has a different audience. Like even when I do my reactions, right? On my end, when I go look at everything on the back end from YouTube, it shows me the other channels y'all watch. Like a lot of y'all like to watch the Hood Babies. A lot of y'all watch Clarence Reacts. A lot of y'all watch Shamika and Tamika. A lot of y'all watch Royalty World. Like y'all, like I got some of their fan base. You get what I'm saying? A lot of those people are some of the people that subscribe and watch me, and I really appreciate that. But you gotta understand, like I wouldn't see DDG fans watching my videos. I wouldn't see the AMP, the Kaisenat, and all the other YouTubers. I want to see their fan base following me. You feel what I'm saying? I haven't gotten to that point yet to even see if we're in the same, level of content. You know what I'm saying? So that, Tina, you gotta, like, that doesn't, like, your sister did a lot for you from what I'm hearing. You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, your sister have a life. Like, my brother lives in Florida. He probably helping somebody else do something, and he ain't tell me about it. That doesn't mean he not gonna tell me. That doesn't mean that he just left me hanging. I'm pretty sure once he's comfortable enough to say, "Oh look, brother, I learned this. Do you want to learn it?" He'll come to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
y'all, I kept telling him I didn't give this man no shout outs or anything like that. What happened was people just followed him because they wanted to follow him. They subscribed to him because they wanted to subscribe to him. No matter how much promo you do for someone, you can't make people follow a person.
Exactly.
So they do it because they want to. By the way, as I keep saying, Claire already had a fan base and a following before I came along. That's how I knew who he was, because I seen him on my Explore page a lot. It's just that when he got with me, our story blew up and people automatically followed him too, because they just wanted to stay on top of what was going on. So that really wasn't my fault. So then it started ill feelings from them. And although my brother, he probably never said nothing. One thing about my brother, he never put anything on social media. And I thank him for that, and I respect him for not doing that. But on the other hand, my sister, like, she would just post, whatever, not really caring. And y'all seen stuff that she posted, but yeah, the feelings had started building up from that point. And then it got tougher because now, at this point, I wasn't home anymore. Like, we had found our place, but I wasn't home at all, really, because once again, I was always traveling, and it was always because of my career. And of course, Claire and Lee was always with me. And they, as in my family, they felt left out. They felt like I was now leaving them behind and kind of like replacing them with Lee and Clarence as my new family. And that really wasn't the case. Like, the case was, my career is taking off. Lee is my manager, so she go everywhere with me. Half the time, it's like the labels and stuff will pay for our flights to go to these meetings and stuff like that. And Claire was there because I wanted him to be there. And Claire was also there because Lee was managing him, and she wanted him to get some insight on, like, the industry and things like that. I remember people used to be like, why does he follow her everywhere? Why is he there? And this and that. Because I wanted him to be there. Because it's nobody else's business, period. So then, time goes by, and I'm finally about to get signed, y'all. So I tell my mom and everything like that.
I ain't gonna lie, before I started doing YouTube, I had this job where I traveled, and Dominique, my girl right now, she used to come everywhere that I was. She used to pay for her own flight too. I never paid for a flight or anything. She used to come out her own pocket and fly to me and come see me. You feel what I'm saying? She's the one to experience what I'm experiencing in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really doing some big things.
And I'm happy and everything like that. And I remember she was happy too. And I was just so excited that I told her, Mom, the first thing I'm gonna do when I get signed is I'm gonna get you a car. You get whatever car you want. I told her she can get whatever car she wanted. And y'all, I honestly really meant that from the bottom of my heart. Now, when the time came around and I did get signed, I found out that my credit was like so bad that I couldn't go get any car I wanted to. And I was going to either finance it or lease it, so that it could help me with my credit. But my credit was so bad that I couldn't, get any car that she had wanted to. And I was afraid to tell her that because I didn't want her to feel like I lied to her again. Like, one thing I have an issue with is speaking too soon. And that doesn't really know.
This is a Libra for real. I speak way too soon. Like, I speak way too soon.
I lied to you, but it's more so like I just was excited and I said this. I didn't know that, it couldn't go as planned. So I told her that, but I ended up surprising her with a car. Now, it wasn't the car that she said that she wanted to go pick out. I think she wanted like a Lexus or a Benz. But when I found out that cashing out on a car like does me no good at all because of tax reasons and it's not tax deductible and stuff like that, which is what Lee taught me. Lee's the one that told me these things because, like I said, she's an accountant. So, like, I had to be really considerate of, like...
And I ain't gonna lie, that's the kind of thing that I'm learning now, like, as being a business owner. Like, I'm learning a lot of that right now. So, she is completely 100% correct when it comes to stuff like that.
The IRS and all this stuff and, like, what I was gonna have to pay back at the end of the year. Like I said, I spoke too soon. At the time, she actually liked it. But then, over time, she started to feel like I let Lee make my decision. But... that's not how it was. I guess because I was with them all the time and I told her one thing but then I ended up doing another, she felt like it was them that was causing me to change my mind.
So look, like, I know I'm pausing a lot, but I see exactly what's going on because I'm going through something pretty much similar to where, like, us being YouTubers, you know, her being an artist, you know what I'm saying, me having all these businesses and doing YouTube and, you know what I'm saying, trying to grow my channel and trying to make a living, you know, doing this. It's a business. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't get paid like we're working retail or we're working a corporate job. We don't get paid like that. We don't get paid W-2. We're a business. So there's, the more money you make, the more money you have to pay in taxes, if that makes sense to you. You feel what I'm saying? So if I make $100K this year, I'll probably have to pay half of that back in taxes. You get what I'm saying? So what business owners have to do is get an accountant, and the accountant help them basically manage their money to where they can save on taxes or pay little to no taxes. As some of you guys already know, like Amazon, the business owner doesn't pay taxes. You get what I'm saying? But you guys and me out here working hard and we're paying taxes. He doesn't pay tax because of the write-offs. So I understand exactly what's going on. Queen family doesn't understand business. And you feel what I'm saying? And us as black people, us as melanated beings, we were not taught that. You get what I'm saying? In our household, we're not taught businesses and finances and taxes. We're not taught that. We don't have no financial literacy classes in our schools. We don't know anything about that. So we'll get out here in the real world and we just trying to figure everything out. But at the same time, we're just messing up everything. You get what I'm saying? So Queen family has to understand there's a change going on. Like, she really created some generational wealth, and that's some information that they should probably try to learn instead of trying to bash and say, oh, this person did this person did that. No, watch and learn. Like, my family does the same thing to me. Like, they don't understand my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They probably will tell me, oh, go get a job, go do this. All you do is sit behind a computer and talk to a computer, not knowing that I'm making money doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
But like I said, yo, on my end, it's just because I really did not have the credit to do it. I said that to say, not to like throw it up or anything, but a lot of people are saying that like, I just kind of like let my family hang in and I don't do anything for them. But honestly, my mom doesn't have to pay a bill. Like, she don't have to pay no bills at all because I make sure it's taken care of. She don't have to pay no rent. She don't have to pay no health insurance, no car note, like nothing like that. Because I always said that that when I got to that point, I would look out for my family. And I was excited to do it because honestly, when I was married, I couldn't really do things like that because I had a family of my own and I wasn't able to do that at the time. And plus, I didn't have money of my own either. It was both of our money. So I felt like now that I had my own money, I could do whatever I want and like take care of my family. And I was happy about it. But I feel like...
So if anything, Chris was the one holding her back from helping her family. If anything...
Sometimes I feel like it wasn't good enough because I still just got complaints that I was changing and that I was letting the people around me change me. I was letting money change me. And all I was simply trying to do was just live my life and move forward. I didn't even really take off yet. Like I'm not even where I want to be right now, y'all. As y'all know, I got pregnant early when I first signed. And I still did a sold out tour. So now that I had the baby, like I'm I'm about to be like preparing for my album and everything like that. But I didn't even take off like that. But it's like I felt like so much was expected out of me when I had just started. By that I mean not just money or nothing like that, but like time. Like I couldn't be around a lot, and I feel like they think I just was around them for fun all the time. Like when majority of the time, like I was either doing like YouTube videos or going around doing business. It was not because I was changing up or I didn't love them or I didn't want to be around them or I didn't care for them anymore.
She's a business owner. She has to handle her business. Like I have to explain that to people all the time. Like, yeah, I can go out, yeah, I can do this, but I have a business. I'm a business owner. I have to stay on top of my business. That's one thing family could not accept. Like,
and that was never the issue, but the jealousy just started to build up. Things got more and more tense now. And so sometimes, like, you know, me and my mom would get into little arguments through text, and I like things were said to me that like hurt my feelings because I felt like I really wasn't doing anything wrong, but just living, honestly. And I was always just accused of changing and not being the same and just like replacing them and leaving them out. And the way I was looking at it was like, I'm grown now. It don't mean that I don't love y'all no more. It's just everybody meet their own circle of people and they're around them most of the time. Like my sister and brother, they got their own little friends that they're around all the time. And I got my own. And I never was really close to my sister or brother because like I'm so far apart in age from them. So like I was always older, like going skating and stuff like that. And they were still toddlers playing together, so they are closer to each other, and I was just kind of like always doing my own thing. So for them to say that, you know, I left them out and things like that, I felt like we always just was like, I love them and everything, but we always just was doing our own thing. And as far as my mom, like I understand that she wanted to spend a lot of time with me because she felt like she finally had got me back, because when I was married I had moved to Houston. I was out of state and I wasn't going back and forth to visit her like often, and so now she probably felt angry that I was like leaving again. But I always told my mom that nobody can replace her. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll always be my mom. Like everybody have a different role. Like I love y'all all in different ways. Like you'll always be my mom, no matter what. I feel like she just felt left out. Like for example, when I got signed, they only gave me like 3 days in advance to fly out there. They told me 3 days ahead of time, hey, come here on this day and we'll fly you out and come sign or whatever. Patty paid for his own flight. The label paid for me and Lee's flight. Claire paid for his own flight. And we all went there together. My mom wanted to be there for that moment because she felt like it was such a huge moment. But I would have had to have, you know, flew out her and my sister and my brother, and I couldn't just leave Tina and Terrell like, you know, home by themselves. And so, but it was just way too short notice. Like LA is such a long flight. And it was probably like expensive at the time. So I told her the news and everything like that. But it's like she wanted to be there. She felt like once again I left her out of that moment. So, like I said, tension was still building. So now my family, they feel like, okay, this girl then completely forgot about us. And she would then sign in on her big moment, but we can't be there. I just want to.
But like you said, Clarence paid for his own flight, and Patty paid for his own flight. And I remember Patty told a story about that because Patty said he didn't even have money to get home. He didn't even have money to get home. Patty didn't have no money to get home, y'all. I remember him telling that story. So Queen Mom should understand, like, okay, I will have to pay for my own flight just like everybody else did. Or did Queen not tell her that?
I her to understand that it wasn't because I didn't want her to be there. It's just because it was short notice and it was just too much to fly everyone out. You know what I'm saying? Just to see me sign some papers.
That about 5.
So more tension is just being built up. Other things that were happening were like things that people didn't know about. Sometimes she would get angry and even text Lee and, you know, tell her she felt like they were trying to take me away or like divide her family. And both times that it was done, Lee and my mom had spoke after, and Lee explained to my mom that it wasn't, you know, like that, and that she was only just trying to be there for me. She was basically explaining to my mom the role that she played, like manager and accountant. Like she would never try to tell me what to do with my money as far as like when it came to my family. Like, first of all, that's another thing that I hate seeing. I let Clarence and Lee tell me what not and what to spend on my family. Like, that's definitely not true. Any decision I make is because I made the decision, y'all. Now, a lot of people say that I'm like being controlled, and then I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really sat back and I examined myself and I said, dang, well, am I being controlled? Do I let people's opinions make me do something I don't want to do? I really sat there and thought about it, and then I came to the conclusion that I'm not being controlled. Now, I am submissive in my relationship. I'm submissive in my relationship, like, towards him. I'm all prissy acting and things like that. Like, a lot of stuff that y'all see me do is like when I act shy or like, you know, kind of. That's just, I'm just like submissive. Like, it don't mean that I'm sad or being
a woman's supposed to be submissive to her husband or her boyfriend.
Controlled or manipulated, anything like that. One thing I can say is I do this with everybody. If they have an opinion on something, I will take it into consideration and just be like easily like influenced by what they say, but that don't make my decision for me. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to think about it. Then it seemed like more stuff would happen. It started getting to a point where things were being put on social media by my sister. Like I remember she posted on her story, and y'all, till this day, I don't understand why she did it. One time she posted, people don't know what's going on behind closed doors or cameras. Like, people only show you what they want to show you. And she was basically talking about me and Clarence's relationship, which I don't understand why, because she never around to even see what goes on in me and his relationship. Anyway, I just felt like that was disrespectful, because like, you're never supposed to bring family business, no matter how you feel, to social media. Never. And like, you know what kind of platform I got, and you know that the T pages are gonna take it, and then it's gonna get messy. But it's like, still and yet, nobody cared about my feelings. Nobody cared about what was gonna happen afterwards. And it's just like, I'm the one sitting here taking all the punches,
and here you are, and here Tina doing it again,
making me out to be this weak woman, and that I'm being controlled, and they turning me against my family, and I'm letting them. In reality, what was really like pushing me away was everything that was being done in the first place. All the just build up the tension, it made me uncomfortable. Where Claire started getting uncomfortable was like when, I think it was like a time where my mom came over to the apartment, and me and her was like on the balcony, and we kind of was like disagreeing on something, but it was getting like a little loud. But he felt uncomfortable there because he felt like I was being like attacked for no reason. But that was between me and my mom, so he didn't want to really say anything, but it did make him feel like, you know, uncomfortable, because he know how much I love my family. He know how much I talk about them. He know how much like I care for them. So it kind of rubbed him off the wrong way. That being combined with the stuff he heard that she said to his sister when she was angry. Even though they got over it, all of that stuff was just a build up. And so I didn't blame him for it, but even though he felt that way, like, he still always like was respectful when they was around each other. Like, for example, a video shoot. Some of this stuff happened before the Mama's Hand video shoot, but like, he still spoke, you know, everything was still cordial. Like, they even came over afterwards. Everybody was still able to talk. But once things started getting put on social media, that's when it got to a point where like, okay, now both of our names are being dragged. Nobody is caring. Another issue was the fact that when I went on tour, I guess my family seen that Georgie, Clarence and Lee's brother, was one of my was on tour too, because he was like a security guard. He already had experience being a bodyguard, and so since he was qualified for the job, I rather would not hire a complete stranger that I don't know. When my family seen that now not only Claire and Lee is always around me, but I also hired a brother, it brought even more attention, because now they feel like I'm really doing the most. But honestly, y'all, the real reason why I couldn't hire anybody from my side of the family or give them a job is because nobody is qualified to really do anything. And then on top of that, Tina and Gerald are still school age, so they still had to like do schooling and stuff like that. So Terrell,
I ain't gonna lie, you can hire Tina as a bodyguard now. You can hire Tina as a bodyguard now. For facts. Facts.
could really
her and her brother.
A bodyguard if I wanted him to right now, because he's a minor. He can't carry a weapon, and he still has to be in school. As far as my sister Tina, I tried that out with her in the summer. I tried to hire her to come with me while I was traveling to watch CJ and things like that when I had her on the road, but that didn't work out. And I'm not gonna like sit here and expose why it didn't work out. It didn't work out just because the job just wasn't like getting done, and Tina's still like young, you know, she be on her phone and stuff like that, and she couldn't really pay full attention to CJ like how I needed her to. As far as my mom, like my mom couldn't really come because my mom had Tina and Terrell and she can't leave them behind. So as far as hiring them for my business, like I couldn't really do that. It wasn't because I wanted to put Clarence family in my life and not my own family. That wasn't the reason, because a lot of people was talking about that too. However, in a way, I did give my family a job, and I felt like that was putting them onto YouTube. Like I said, Tina and Terrell, I gave them a good jump start. They got to 100K.
100K, Queen. Get me to 100K and watch how much appreciative you see. Watch how appreciative I am of that 100K. This is what y'all like. People be having the perfect opportunities in life, and all they gotta do is capitalize on it. But instead, they want to sink the whole ship, like Tina said. She want to take all the fish. Tina want to take all the goddamn fish.
It was up to them to keep going, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing. I told them to keep pushing and that they didn't need me, but you know, they the one that stopped that, and I felt like it wasn't my fault. My mom, she got a YouTube channel. I told her, like, you know, the things to do on there and everything like that, because let's just be real, YouTube gets you paid, like, and I just wanted them to see that kind of, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle that I had. I just didn't have to work a 9-to-5 job no more, like, so I wanted to put them on the same thing. But it's up to you to have the drive. It's up to you to post the videos and stay consistent. And I always told them, no matter like how fast somebody else going up past you, you still work, because you still can get paid. Even if you're not getting paid as much as someone else or as much as me, it's still money. And I felt like that was a way of helping them be self-employed. Meanwhile, house taken care of, vehicle taken care of, and I put y'all onto YouTube, so I felt like
that's everything. Everything. You paid my bills. You feel what I'm saying? You showed me how to make the same income you make. You feel what I'm saying? You got me a car. Damn, God, where's my? I need somebody like this in my life. God damn.
I did a good job of taking care of my family, but I just still feel like it wasn't enough, because obviously I'm still being bashed. So that's where all the tension like really came about. It was tension going on before y'all even knew it. And then not only that, but people on social media caused a lot of tension too. By that I mean like T pages and troll pages would say little things to like kind of separate my family and Clarence's family, and like, you know, not everybody can take that. And I feel like it really bothered my mom, and it bothered Tina when they would also compare her to me. I feel like they just like couldn't really handle it, and it kind of got to them where they started actually to believe it was me and the people around me turning against them. And it wasn't nobody ever turned against them. But I can admit that overall everything that happened has pushed me away. And I feel like it's just at a way worse point, because now people got all these little stories on like the birth and the hospital. And honestly, I have looked at like some of these videos or whatever and seen what people were saying. The story is so far freaking off that like I can tell whatever source it came from or whatever person was not there at all, or was not even in the same state, because the story was just so far off. And just to let y'all know, as far as the hospital situation, everything was fine. On the first day, my mom got to see baby Legend. She held him and everything like that. And in fact, Clarence is the one that like handed Legend to her. I seen something where somebody said he didn't want her to hold the baby, but he's the one that gave Legend to my mom to hold on the second day that they was there, before they started, you know, talking. But the hospital situation, like basically to just sum it all up, my mom wanted to go and kind of just apologize for all this tension and stuff like that. And when he started bringing up like how my family had hurt me, she just kind of didn't want to really hear it. She kind of like just automatically jumped to the fence because she felt like it was none of his business or whatever. But everybody's entitled to their own like feeling. The way you feel is valid. It's just all on how like you handle it. Like even down to my family being like just feeling like I betrayed them. Like their feelings are valid because their feelings are valid because you can't be wrong about how you feel, you know. Like I said, everybody is entitled to their own feelings and things like that. So for her to feel like it wasn't in his business, I mean, I can't sit here and like say that she wrong, but I can't say that he wrong neither because I was pregnant at the time of his child and like I was always stressing out, honestly. I was always stressing out about my family. I was always stressing out, y'all, and he seen it and he didn't like it. I guess he felt like he wanted to protect me from it. So when he started telling her about it, it's just like the conversation went left, completely left. It was late by this time, y'all. It was like 12 midnight and visiting hours was over at 8 o'clock p.m. So like by this time, I was already gonna send my mom home in an Uber because she didn't drive her truck to the hospital. So I was gonna send her home anyway. At the same time when he asked her to leave. I was gonna sit here and tell y'all the whole story about that, but really all y'all need to know is nobody said anything about CJ and Legend not being alike. That's another thing I want to touch on. First of all, CJ is my firstborn. I love my son so much, and everybody knows that. Everybody can see how much I love him. If Clarence didn't accept CJ, I wouldn't be here now where I am. If Clarence mistreated CJ, I wouldn't be where I am now with him. Clarence might have had to get used to CJ because when I was first around him, CJ wasn't around. But now it's like he's gotten used to him being around. So at first, like he was uncomfortable to take him to the bathroom and like do all this stuff that like a stepdad would do because like you had to like give him time and everything like that because people was saying stuff about that, like, oh, he couldn't even take him to the bathroom and this and that. It wasn't his job, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't his job, but he don't feel a way about CJ. In fact, he told me that he actually missed CJ being around when CJ went back with his dad. And so, like, nobody, what I'm trying to say is nobody knows what goes on, like, behind cameras. Y'all only hear stories. Even though some of the stuff has came from my family, you still can't always believe that neither because honestly my sister was like angry. Like I said, to this day I don't understand why she said that because like right before that me and her was like talking. I guess she had called me and asked me could I host like a party for her birthday, January 4th. And I was telling her like, sis, I'm about to have a baby and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Plus now I can't just show up to places because I need security. And I don't know if she felt the way about that. And she felt like I just couldn't do nothing for her. So I don't know if she got mad and went online and started saying stuff. But that has driven a wedge like between me and my family.
Damn.
Not Clarence and Lee. They didn't drive a wedge between me and my family. And Clarence never told me to not talk to my family. He never told me to not speak to. He may have told me his like opinions on what he thought was wrong and was right. But he never told me to not speak to my mom or anything like that. Also, as far as like it being said that I'm being isolated also from like just my old squad, like everybody has moved on with their lives. I still talk to Armand and Trey to this day. Nobody tells me to not speak to them. Everybody just doing their own thing now. Like Jazz and Tay, like I don't talk to them like that no more. But that don't mean that I've been isolated from them. It's just that they moved on with their lives. Everybody moved on with their life. I just don't want y'all to keep thinking that I changed because I got around new people. It's just life changes over time. And honestly, I can really see that like having more money and having more fame or whatever you want to call it, it really makes life a lot harder because people expect so much more from you. Even just people that came out the woodworks that like I didn't even speak to before. all this had happened. It's just like people like will ask for stuff and like they ain't even really spoke to you, and then they'll say you act in Hollywood and that you change. And yo, honestly, I was completely happy. I was completely happy until all this family stuff started happening, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it has messed with our relationship. It has. I'm not saying that me and Claire are like all bad, and I'm not trying to say that we're not gonna be together or anything like that, but it has really messed with our relationship. It's became like stressful now. It's been really stressful because if none of this was brought to social media by anybody close to me, it wouldn't be as big as it is right now. But it's like,
here it is again.
I can't keep letting.
So that means 2 years later, we right back where we started. What the hell is going on?
I can't keep letting this stress me out. I just want to say that no matter what, beyond all of this, I love my family. You know what I'm saying? I love my mom. I love my sister. I love my brother. But all this running to social media, and I know y'all probably like, well, you doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it now because I have to say something. But all this going to social media to like, you know, bash each other and things like that, or like throwing little slick shade and comments and things like that, I really hope it stops. I really hope it stops, because it don't do nothing but give everybody a show. And now I know people watching my stuff like it's one big show, but it's like I had to kind of tell.
I ain't gonna lie, Queen. Like, you're like, what you saying is not a big show, but the way Tina acting now is a big show. It is a show at this point, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to tell it to you like that, but it's a show, you know what I'm saying? And starring you know what I'm saying? You're the star, and Tina's basically just keeping the story going at this point.
On my side, because I just feel like people just don't understand, and they're making me out to look like a terrible person, and making it look like Claire beating on me and abusing me, and like that's not what's going on. I heard someone say that this little mark I had was going way down. You can't really see it. This little mark that I had is from Claire abusing me. Are y'all freaking serious? Like, that was a blown vein from the IV from the hospital. And it's just like, y'all want to find something so bad between me and Claire. I really don't know what everybody's goal is. I don't know if it's y'all goal to run me off of YouTube. I don't know if it's y'all goal to make me and Claire break up. I really don't know what y'all goal is, but all I'm trying to do is be happy. I don't mess with nobody. I don't mess with anyone. I just want to simply just live my life and be happy. I have 2 kids now. 2 beautiful boys that I gotta take care of. CJ is about to be starting school soon. I got a newborn baby. It's like, I'm a grown woman now, and I'm trying to build with the new family that I have. Because my new family now is I'm not saying that my sister and brother is not my family, but the family within my household now is me, Claire, CJ, and Legend. So I want to build with them and like move forward. I want to move forward and be happy. Like, I don't.
Notice she didn't include no Lee and no Patty, because that's not important.
All this
She said her
tension
immediate
and
family. That's
all
her
these
family.
lies, and I mean, I'm pretty sure people still gonna say what they're gonna say regardless, even after this video. But in a perfect world, I wish all of this would just end. I just want to tell y'all that besides all these issues, I'm happy. Like, I'm completely happy. I'm genuinely happy. Besides these issues, I just need more respect given. And I need people to be considerate. You know what I'm saying? Considerate of the platform I have, and the fact that if you do bring it here, it never leaves. And the fact that if you do bring something to social media, it's only going to get bigger. And it's only going to get messier. Also, I'm just keep praying that like everybody can come to realize where they wrong at. I feel like pride is in the way of a lot of all of this, because nobody can see that they're actually wrong. I even look at myself and be like, I try to examine myself and be like, okay, am I wrong here? Am I wrong? You know? It's always good to examine yourself and like just be true to yourself. And for me to be true to myself, like I realize that I have a hard time standing up for myself.
Wow.
And that if I had more control over everything, this whole situation, then none of this would have happened. So really, it's really my fault, to be honest. If I would have been nipped everything in the bud in the beginning, none of this would even happen. But since I walk around everybody else's feelings and don't think about myself and don't think about the bigger picture and what could happen in the future and how crazy it could actually get, it's like things get worse and build.
Never walk around somebody else's feelings, bro. Never do that. Tell them straight up.
I really don't even know if I'm gonna put this video out, to be honest. But anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna make another video on here. I just really need to recuperate and go to the studio and work more for my album and just continue to focus on all the good things. But I had to come here and tell my truth. And once again, this video is not meant for you to go bash anyone. I still love everyone. It's all love. I still love my family. It's no hard feelings. It's just that all this needs to stop.
Tina, I'm gonna give you this one reaction. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you got to say, because it seems like now you done brought Ari into it, but you haven't made a video in 5 days, which is kind of funny. So hopefully this will be my last reaction of Tina. Make sure you tune in tonight. I'm about to react to that later on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you like, and make sure you leave a comment on what videos you want me to react to, man. We out.